I can't believe that you came into my life. You made me feel again. Now it's my turn. You say you've always been a little bit shy, but I can put an end to your fears. Let me show you a place where you gon' wanna move your feet until they start to bleed. DJ, take it away. Tonight is all for you and me. So baby, spin and let the music begin. I know you feel it within. So go ahead and just spin. Yeah, spin for me. Won't you spin? Don't let the doubt in you win. I know you feel it within. So go ahead and just spin. Yeah, spin for me. Won't you? I know it's hard for you to give it a try, but you are not alone. I'm here with you. I think you owe it to this beautiful night to lose all your control. Do it for you. Let me show you a place where you gon' wanna move your feet until they start to bleed. DJ, take it away. Tonight is all for you and me. So baby, spin and let the music begin. I know you feel it within. So go ahead and just spin. Yeah, spin for me. Won't you spin? Don't let the doubt in you win. I know you feel it within. So go ahead and just spin. Yeah, spin for me. Won't you? Don't be afraid. Just let go of your fears, 'cause you know you can do it, baby. Dance them away. Now you know how it feels. Now you know you can do it, baby. And let the music begin. I know you feel it within. So go ahead and just spin. Yeah, spin for me. Won't you spin? Don't let the doubt in you win. I know you feel it within. So go ahead and just spin. Yeah, spin for me. Won't you?
Hello, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to the Brutus Monroe Theater. So behind me is backstage of the theater, and on either side is the audience, which is all of you. So our Brutus Monroe Theater will be open until the end of the month when everything switches over for the new release. So, welcome, 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 everyone. Behind me is my dressing room, and out here, obviously, is the theater. So, behind me are lots of my absolute favorite things that I would have in my dressing room. So, I'll kind of move to the side so you can see everything that is in my quote-unquote dressing room and things that I would have collected, or things that I would have in a dressing room had I ever returned to the stage again. I guess I'm kind of on stage all the time with you. I need a picture of the backdrop. Okay, definitely. So I want to thank all of you for being here with me tonight at the Brutus Monroe Theater. And we are, yes, there is, yes, this is Minnie Scoozy's bear that I'm borrowing for the live. My bear is at home, so I borrowed her bear. So anybody that doesn't know, I had some bears made with Rob's shirts that he wore to work. So this is one of them, and they're absolutely incredible. So yeah, this is Minnie Scoozy's that I have. This is not mine. Mine is at home, but I don't think Minnie Scoos will mind that I borrowed it from her. So, all right, everybody, we are tonight going to be working with some of the products from the No Day But Today release. We are going to actually be reviewing everything on Thursday that is in the No Day But Today release. But today, I really wanted to make something. And as all of you know, it's kind of difficult for me to go over everything that's in the box and also make a card. So because of that, today we are going to very simply be making a card. And the card that I'm going to make tonight isn't too complicated, but it is a little bit labor intensive when it comes to the stenciling. So because the stenciling is a little bit labor intensive, I am going to be taking the time to show you kind of how the stencil works. We're going to be talking about a couple of the pieces that are in this collection. This collection is not evergreen. So this collection is set to continue to be restocked until the end of May. Once the end of May is here, it is going to, we will no longer have this stocked. It's not an evergreen product, unfortunately, but the No Day But Today cutting die is an evergreen product. So depending on, and again, everything can fluctuate as it stands right now. This does not set to be an evergreen product, but things change often. If it's a collection that you really love, a collection that you want us to keep around, we can, potentially think about evergreen, but the end of May is when this is set to no longer be a permanent staple, so to speak. So I am going to go ahead and head down to the table, and we're going to talk about what we're going to do tonight. So see you in a second, everybody. So, all right, so let me move some things out of the way. I have all sorts of stuff in my way, of course, because I was playing around with all sorts of different things before we went live. So I already stamped out 2 of the stamped images, and I did that because I wanted to make sure that we had time and that this was dry enough, because we are going to be stenciling on top of here with the stencil that was created for this stamp. So this stamp is called, Heather Collins, can you help me? I don't have my cheat sheet here. So the team's going to probably have to help me with the names of the products, because I'll have to get my cheat sheet. Hopefully, maybe I'll have it for tomorrow. Okay, sorry, I think it's called Big Night something. I can't remember. All right. So all the world's a stage. That's it. All the world's a stage. I knew I would remember it eventually. All right, back down to the top view. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the All the World's a Stage stencil that is also available, that matches with the stamp. So it's a 3-part, and it can be used with or without the stamp, okay? So these are, I know, and I'm going to be making them for a lot of those theater kids. So let's go ahead and let's start with, I'm going to start actually with the background of the curtain. And you'll see that this fits perfectly on top of here. So I'm going to be using pixie spray with all of these, especially with this one, because this one has some dangly bits to it, and those were important. We tried to redesign it to remove the dangly bits, but you have to have the dangly bits, and you'll see why in a moment. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spray this with my pixie spray. If you have not invested in pixie spray yet, now is the time to invest. And I'm just going to place this. You'll see that this places perfectly right on your stamp. The pixie spray gives you, luckily, a little bit of wiggle room to get it just right. All right, there we go. So now what you'll see is we are going to be stenciling in our curtain as well as our stage. So I'm going to grab some bee sting as well as some Love Struck. I think we'll do Love Struck as the background and then Bee Sting as the top portion. And then I'm also going to grab some of the Gur, because the Gur will be what we do this bottom portion of the stage. And I'll show you, it's kind of, we're going to two-tone it, okay? So the Gur, let me spin my wheel around here so that I can get my brushes. We're going to start with Gur first, okay? And we're just going to go in and we're just going to blend. That's all we're going to do. It could not be easier. We're basically coloring in our stamp and we don't have to worry about if we go outside of the lines here because we are going to be die cutting this. But I can't wait for you to see how quickly this is going to get colored and shaded in just from using our stencil. It's really a lot of fun. And you can, the nice thing about using a stencil to color in our stamps is it allows us to add a lot of shading into areas that we would want the additional shading to be in without worrying about trying to use a marker to do that, right? Okay, so there's the Gur. Now we're gonna grab Love Struck. Yes, I love that too. I know, Emily, isn't it the best? I love it. So we're gonna go in with Love Struck, and we're gonna use Love Struck to do our main portion of our curtain, okay? So you're just gonna go in, and you're gonna add your color, and you could be as heavy-handed or as light-handed as you would like. This particular paper that I stamped on is our Perfect Blend paper. The Perfect Blend paper really, really makes it really easy for you to blend beautiful colors together because it's just so simple. It makes it so easy because the color, it's a really, really smooth paper, a very, very smooth paper. So it makes it very easy for you to go in and blend your color because it doesn't have that tooth to it, if that makes sense. If it's not a rough paper, it's very, 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 very smooth. And you could go in and you could spray this if you want. You could, I mean, really, the sky is the limit. All right, so there is the beginning. You're kind of getting the gist of it, right? So now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna lift this off. And there is the first portion of our stage colored in. Wasn't that easy? And there is a little bit of red down here, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. We can go in and we can add some. Actually, what I'll do is I'll go in and add a little bit of brown marker. And I was gonna touch this up anyway, so let me see here. So we can just add a little bit of brown marker here, because you can also color on top of your blending. And that's just gonna add an additional element of color there. See how that just added kind of like a border to the stage? Do whatever you want. Create your own ending. It's kind of our thing around here, right? Okay, so now we're gonna do our seats, and we're not going to, well, I guess we could color in the center. Should we color in the center? And this stencil just does the back of the seats, okay? So you'll see it just does the back of the seats. And there's actually some pixie spray still down on my thing, so I think we should be okay. So for that, I'm going to grab, and I'm gonna do a little rainbow in the center here. We're gonna try to do a little bit of a rainbow. This is the first time I've ever done this with the rainbow in the background, so we'll see how it works. So let's grab our, oh, I have two no divings. Oh, that's convenient. We're gonna grab our Remember Me to do the chair backs here, which is gonna create almost like a dark teal color. Yes, just an additional layer of dimension. And this is gonna color in the chairs for us. Well, the top of the chairs. All right, and now we're gonna go in and we're gonna do a rainbow. So we're gonna start with Love Struck down here towards the bottom. Okay. grab a little bit more here to intensify the base. There we go. So we have our Love Struck. Now I'm going to grab some Roar. And again, there are so many theater kids that you're going to be able to make cards for. I think we all have a couple theater kids in our lives, right? Now we have the orange, which was Roar. Layering, yes, you can add emboss, you can add glitter, glaze. I mean, the sky is the limit. Now we're going to grab Shooting Star. That's okay, Penny. Yeah, it's the YouTube has been very strange. So now we have the yellow. Now we're going to grab some green. I'm thinking of bright green tonight. So Overzealous is a very bright green. Okay. And you know, I love to put a rainbow in the background. Now we're going to grab, we'll do the No Diving for the blue. It smells just like me, Michelle. I mean, I know that doesn't give you much information, but it's a very masculine scent. It literally was modeled after my cologne. That's the honest to goodness truth. That is the honest to goodness truth. It smells like me. It's a very, very like masculine smelling. Okay, and then we're going to add just a little bit of purple at the top. Just a touch of purple, and then that should give us our rainbow backdrop. Now again, you create whatever backdrop you would like because it's your backdrop and no one can tell you what you can and can't do. But if you're doing this for a particular show, add in different things that match the show. My sister and her acting troupe have their annual show on Friday night. Oh, Emily, well then this card is for her. The new Squeaky Clean's name is called Lead Roll. That is the name of it. All right, 1, 2, 3, go. You guys, can we have a moment of silence? Can we have a moment of silence for where we're at so far? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a little pixie spray on the background of our last stencil. Oh, they're doing Footloose. I was in Footloose back in the day. I played Wilbur. No, not Wilbur. Willard. Willard Hewitt. Well, when I was in high school, I played Reverend Shaw Moore. And then when I was at the Comtra Theater, I played Willard Hewitt. And boy, did I have fun. Lead Roll smells like, it's a very masculine smell. It smells, I mean, have you ever smelled me? It smells like me. That's the honest to goodness truth. That's the best way that I can describe it. Literally, it smells like me. Okay, so now we have our final stencil down. Okay, and we're going to use a much darker red. We're going to start with the red, though, this time. So we're going to grab Bee Sting, which is a much more vibrant red. And we're just going to go in and we're going to add in additional color here, okay? I should have probably waited to do this because the background is still a little damp from all of the ink, so like these little pieces are moving a little bit, but that's not going to hurt anything. It's just going to add dimension to it regardless, because we're just looking to add additional. Now, this would be the time to get out your glitter glazes. This would be the time to get out your chroma glazes, whatever you would like to go in and add in your color, because what that'll do is it's adding the shading to the curtain. That's what's happening right now. We're just adding the shading to the curtain. And then when I lift this off, you'll see how it's added a lot of dimension to our curtain. And it's protecting everything that's underneath, right? That's the best part. All right. So now we're done with that. So let's grab, let's grab our GUR. And now we're going to be very heavy-handed. Yes, it will make it look like they're moving. Yes, 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 Penny. We're going to be a little bit more heavy-handed with it this time. And we're going to be mindful by the curtain, okay? Now, naturally, the way that the stage lights would hit the stage, you would naturally see a little bit of a glare of the curtain anyway. So if you have a little red that comes down into there, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. It really is not a big deal. But I'm going to go in and I'm going to add a little bit of shading before I lift the stencil anyway, because that's just who I am. But you don't have to add shading if you don't want. But you know me. I need to shade everything within an inch of its life. So I'm going to go in before I lift this, and I'm going to just add in just a couple of little drags of my marker, just to shade it ever so slightly. I did quite a few shows at the Contra. Rent was my absolute favorite that I did there, though. All right, so we just added a little bit of shading, that's all. Just a tiny little bit of shading. And remember, it's going to balance itself out, okay? It's going to balance out. We're going to give it a second to dry. And while that's drying, we'll go to the front view. How is everyone doing on this Tuesday? Is everybody doing well? Everyone doing all right today? I hope you're all doing well. I hope so. All right. Back down on top view. This should be dry enough. Okay, are we ready? Oh, wait, we didn't do our chairs. What the heck am I doing? All right, so we're going to do the chairs with, let's do it with no diving. And we're going to do a little shading on the chairs too. But let's do the chairs with no diving. So we're going to go in and we're going to add. I was like, what am I missing? I'm missing something. Oh, good. I can't wait to see it. You'll have to share pictures of it. Oh, Moulin Rouge. Yes, Moulin Rouge is a really good show. Rob and I, we saw it a couple of times, but the one time he surprised me and got us can tickets. I don't know if any of you have ever seen Moulin Rouge on Broadway, but the one time, I think it was when we went back for maybe it was our 10-year anniversary, I think. We saw it at the can seats, which I got extremely claustrophobic, and Rob had to literally, he was like, everything's fine, the bridge will open if there's an emergency. I got extremely claustrophobic because the way that it happens is you're like locked into these can seats, and not locked in, but you like can't, I don't know how to explain it. There's like a bridge thing that comes over top. And although I was really excited, it was definitely a little bit scurry. That's for sure. It was a little bit scurry. Okay. I saw pre-Broadway Winter Premiere in Boston. Oh yes, it was, I mean, it's such a good show. Such a good show. Such a good show. Okay, so ready, set, 1, 2, 3, go. Whoopsies. Probably should take it from the top here. So now you can see how that has added all of that extra dimension. Now we didn't do much more than stencil. That's what we did. We stenciled tonight. So we stenciled on top of our piece here, and it's done. I mean, it's all done. Now, if you would like, you could go in and you could hand color this if you would like, but I just used the stencils. That's all I did, was I used the stencils. I mean, we literally have given you everything you need to color it like this with the stencils, right? Oh, Michelle, wasn't it marvelous? I thought it was just incredible. Okay, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 is what we're going to cut this out to. Now, I don't know. Actually, I think we're going to cut this down a little bit further than that. And I don't want to because we're going to have to do it as a layering piece, which is okay. It's not a big deal. Whoa, things are flying. Things are flying. It's okay. I'll get it tomorrow. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this out with our, this is a it's a 5 by 3 3/4 cutting die. We're still going to get a lot of the stage. See, it's not, I mean, this, what's the word I'm looking for? Stamp. Oh my goodness. This stamp was created for, conversation clippings. I didn't even really think about the conversation clippings. But the cool thing about this is the die that I'm going to show you on Thursday cuts out the curtain as well as the seats. So you can pop up the curtain or pop up the seats. We're going to have a lot of fun with this release. Oh my goodness, my mom bought me a new lawnmower for my birthday and I didn't hook it up yet. I'll do that before Thursday. The lawnmower isn't going to be so loud anymore, everyone. It's going to be real quiet. It's going to be so weird not hearing the lawnmower anymore. Because Mama got us a new one. We'll go to the front view while I'm cutting so everybody can take a look. See if there's anything you didn't see the first time around back in my dressing room. Okay. Back down to the table. And this is what we got. Do I have a feather boa handy? Jimmy, and have we met? I mean, I don't have it in this room, but I mean, there's never at Brutus Monroe. There's never we're never far from a feather boa. I can tell you that much. All right. So now it's the stamp was designed to work in this type of a space. So although it may seem a little overwhelming, and I'm going to peel this off. It might have given too much pressure. We might have to go in and fix it a little bit, which is okay. We can go in with a little bit of red and adjust our curtain a little bit because that lawnmower, boy, does it have a lot of pressure. Not too bad on that side, but I'm going to go in and I'm just going to fix that side. It's not a big deal. We'll pretend it's just a rip in the curtain. But look, see, like it never happened. Just add a little bit of shading there and nobody will know the wiser, right? Add a little bit of additional shading here. And it's so beautiful. But we're going to put gems on this anyway, so it's not a big deal. Are the new items in stock now or still waiting to the end of April? They are going to actually start shipping Friday, Melissa. They are going to start shipping on Friday. Isn't that amazing? Way early. It wasn't supposed to be till the end of the month, but they're going to start shipping much earlier. Much, much earlier. All right, let me get this out of here. Okay. So now, let's get our background together. Let's see. I think we'll just do, what should we do for our background? I think we'll do a beautiful holly. Is this holly? Hold on. Back to the front while I'm checking this color. No, we'll do a scarlet background. We'll do some scarlet, shall we? Why not, right? So we'll cut the scarlet down. Come on in, Melissa. We'd love to see you. I think we will have everything start shipping on Friday, so we should be good by Friday. Okay. I don't know. It might live back there forever. I'm not sure. Well, I'm still debating. Because then everybody can see it all the time. But it has, right now it's hanging back there. I'd have to get like a more permanent solution. But the problem is I want it at home too. I might just have to make another print. Because I want it to be everywhere that I am. So I might just be making it into another print. That's all. I don't think Emily will mind if I have it hung in 43 places. I think as an artist that would be... the new lawnmower is just the same thing. It's just the same exact thing, just an update, that's all. All right, look at that. Look at that. Oh my word. All right, so now let's grab our card base. Yeah, it's just the same lawnmower, just an update. All right, I love this stage. I love it. Oh, let's pop it up. Should we pop it up? Are we still out of those foam squares? Are we still out of these? Boy, were they popular. I mean, they're great. I had a feeling they would be. Yeah, she was like, yeah, because she watches the lives and she thought that there was going to be like a piece of shrapnel or something that was going to fly off of it and hit me. I think that was her main concern. Oh, next month it'll be back? Okay. They'll be back in stock in May. Got it. Check. All right. So now this is all going to be popped up on our background, which we love. We love the dimension. Look at that dimension that gives it. I love it. All right, so now what I want to do, how cool is this stencil? Does anybody know what that stencil is? Before I grab the other things out of here. Does anybody know what this dance is? This just came out. Oh no, I know it's called Dance Move, but do you know what the dance is? Anyone? Does anyone know what the dance is? It's from one of my favorite musicals. One of my absolute favorite musicals. Nope, not the Limbo. Liz got it. But the pelvic thrust is part of the dance. But what is the dance called? Yes, the time warp. It's just a jump to the left. Yes, it's the time warp. One of my favorite musicals. Okay, so this is one of the stamp sets that you get in the box, and I already have mine stamped and die cut because I have the Phantom of the Operas here. So let's see. So I'm thinking, we can put the microphone here. I like the microphone. Or we could put I think we should do the director's chair. What do you think? Maybe the director's chair. And then more theater, less drama. I love that. All right. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And then maybe some music notes. Nah, we'll just do those two. Oh, thank you. I got it from Chrissy spoiled me. I think that'll be fun. Okay, so let me move all these pieces out of the way. And we are going to do this chair in red. Phantom is my favorite. Oh, Phantom is one of my favorites. Top 5. Okay. And I love that the die cuts out this little center area of the chair. I have not seen it yet, but it is on my next season's tickets as well. We get a lot of the same stuff, Penny, I think. All right, so we're going to put our chair, I think, right here. I love that there. I don't think you ever stop being a theater kid, Ellen. I don't think that ever leaves you. I mean, it never left me, that's for sure. This backdrop that I have behind me is probably one of my favorites that we've ever done. I mean, next month's is really cool, but yes, Come From Away. First of all, hold on, let me go to the front thing. Let me tell you about Come From Away. So when Rob and I went to see Come From Away in New York, he didn't tell me that there wasn't an intermission. And when I tell you that I almost wet myself because I drank so much water and so many Diet Pepsis and stuff, and I was like, I'll be fine. There's an intermission. And not to mention, if you saw Come From Away in New York on Broadway, the chairs in that theater were this big. I mean, literally, it was pushing on my bladder to begin with. But yeah, Come From Away does not have an intermission. just a warning. If you're going to Come From Away, make sure you use the potty before the show. But yeah, it's one of the best shows I've ever seen. It really is. All right, so again, with these, you can cut it, and it's not going to ruin your scissors because it's coated on both sides. Yeah, he tricked me. Because he knew I would not go see it if I knew there wasn't an intermission. But I'm glad that he tricked me because it's one of my favorite shows. Okay. And there is our card. Now we're going to add some gems because, duh, that's what we have to do. You cannot, I think I'm contractually obligated now to add gems to all of the cards now that we have gems. And I'm going to use the red shift. Okay, let's grab our glue, shake it up a little bit here. But again, with the die set, you can pop up the curtain as well as the seats. Okay, we're going to start with those ones. Try not to move them. Yes, the gems are an evergreen. And with every release, we should have something new in the gem category. At least that's the goal. And that little bit of razzle dazzle. I know, I'm sure there's quite a few of you that have gotten the gems already. How much do you love them? Because I can't tell you how much I love them. They are so bright, so vibrant. Again, we tried to get the brightest and most vibrant. Hello, Kara. The brightest and most vibrant gems out there. Because you know me, how much I love a gem. And just this little extra razzle dazzle. Name that musical. You ordered the violet ones? Oh, good. All right. And then remember, with your little triangle tray that comes with the full set, you just dump them right back in there. Just don't be as aggressive as I am. It really does. Well, I'm hoping to get them back in soon. All right. So there is our razzle dazzle. And once that dries, it's just going to be absolutely out of this world beautiful. You could add gems down here. You could, add gems wherever you would like. But we created our own backdrop. Let's zoom in a little bit here so you can see. We created our own rainbow backdrop, and we were able to color that in no time at all. No time at all. All right, everyone. Here it is. Okay. Well, I want to thank you all so much for hanging out with me this evening. I appreciate you all from the bottom of my heart. Back in stock. Oh, good, Penny. Good. Well, then I'm going to order them up tomorrow because I know we have some... I think we have some more intricate cuts coming soon. I think we have some more intricates coming soon. So that we'll add that to our order. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me this evening at the Brutus Monroe Theater. I must retire. It is a Rent poster, yes, and a Moulin Rouge poster. And you want to see the thing that's wild about it? I can't zoom in, but I ordered this poster to hang here and had no idea who the director was. Can anybody make out what the director's name is on there? I had no idea. And actually, Ani pointed it out today. But yes, I must retreat to my dressing room. You can't read it. Is anybody able? No, Joe singing Rocky Horror. I love that. The director of this particular show at the Works Theatrical was Robbie Guevara. But again, the name Robbie, I've seen much more than, it's wild because I never saw Robbie on anything, but that is what Rob's family called him. So when the poster came in today, it made sense when we put it up. So it's when Ani was putting it up, she noticed it right away. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you for being a part of my life. I appreciate you all from the bottom of my heart. Remember to create something every single day, whether that is a memory or your own ending. I love you all to pieces. I will see you all on Thursday. And for now, I must go find my boa for Jameen and head back to my dressing room. I'll see you all soon. Good night.